Welcome to the second episode of Founders Find Exclusive, a special Women's Day series. Today, we meet Deval Soparkar, a prominent entrepreneur and a business leader, best known as the founder of Ashiyana Infrastructure. With over 2 decades of experience in different industries, she has established herself as a visionary leader. Under her leadership, being the first women-led real estate company, Ashiyana Infrastructure has emerged as a leading player in the real estate industry in Ahmedabad. Welcome to the second episode of Founders Find Exclusive, a Women's Day special series where we interact with enterprising women from Ahmedabad. So Deval, thank you so much for being a part of the second episode of the Founders Find Exclusive. This time around, because we are shooting this for Women's Day, I would like to ask you, you worked in various sectors from a chemical industry, which is one of the topmost industry, to real estate. Tell us briefly, how did entrepreneurship happen? And what was your start point?
I think entrepreneurship is, that's my belief, that entrepreneurship is not specific to any category.
Right.
So I started my career with chemical sector. Somewhere down the line when I was with the company, it was good 16 years with the company, I started feeling that company is growing, but your growth is somehow I was lagging, that, I need to grow personally.
Right.
So it was a chance encounter that I went in the real estate sector. And I'm very proud that probably I'm the only lady builder, a founder lady builder in the town or in the city for that matter. And I'm really happy to be part of that.
As you said, you're the first woman who's a part, who has her own real estate company, and you've established a great name, I must say that. What were some of the challenges you faced along the way?
So for me, everything was new.
Right.
Even when I started, I didn't know what is square feet. So from there to, understanding each and every department, design, coordinating with various agencies. But I think as a woman, we can manage people and team much better, and also the varied people, because we work with all spectrum at home, and it becomes easier because you deal with a baby, you deal with your elders, and you balance it so well. So I think that natural thing, when it comes in, it becomes very easy.
So you learned a lot along the way.
I learned a lot along the way. It was a very grassroots level learning that I did. Started off with a small team, one scheme, and then, now I'm doing multiple schemes with a good set of team and people.
As you had also mentioned that you're working in the real estate, then you were doing chemicals, and now you're also in the hygiene sector. So there's a lot to do, right? So how do you balance your professional and personal life? Because I'm sure that also must be a challenge. And what tips do you have for other women who are trying to do the same?
There is always a fine balance that you need to achieve. There are a lot of balls that you juggle at a time. Your family, your career, your identity, your health, your friend circle. Somewhere you need to understand that you are not a superhuman.
True.
There will be certain things which will take priority. So prioritization is very, very key skill if you want to be an entrepreneur. It is true for women and men both. So priority is very, very important. If there is something which requires my pressing need at home, however important the business deal is, you need to let it go.
And there have been, it's been a long time since you've been working, some crazy work experience that you have. I'm sure you would have had, that specific moment in your career that you're particularly proud of. And if you could share that moment with us and tell us why was it so meaningful for you?
In 2009, 10 and 10, 11, we got featured by the World Bank. World Bank is an investment arm called International Finance Corporation. And they were partners in one of the ambitious venture of Make Money Organics called Make Money Fine Chem. They invested money as well as they've invested in equity. And we were the one company who was selected to promoting women employment in the chemical sector. And that was a passion cause that I literally, what we committed during the project, we delivered. And I'm so proud that at that time, our 60 megawatt captive power plant was completely run by all women.
Wow, that's
a
big achievement.
It's a big achievement. And the most which I would epitome the rank is that when I started my own real estate company, and I named it as Ashiyana Infrastructure, which is a combination of my parents' name, Ashish and Naina.
So I'll just move on a little bit now. Since it's a Women's Day special episode, what message do you have for other women who might be struggling a bit to find their voice or assert themselves in, I would say, male-dominated or in general industries? It can be for anything, but what message would you share for them?
I've read a very beautiful line. I'm an avid reader.
Yes.
I read a very beautiful line somewhere. अगर आपको कुछ अलग करना है तो आप भीड़ के साथ ना जाइए, क्योंकि भीड़ आपको सपोर्ट दे सकती है बट वो पहचान छीन लेगी.
Which is so true. और आज सब यही करते हैं क्योंकि ट्रेंड्स के पीछे ही
हाँ,
जाते हैं लोग. So yeah.
because it will give you support, a cushion, you know,
Right.
but it will not give you an identity. So if you want to do something very drastic, which you are very passionate about, don't think about that who will support me. You know, you will find supporters along the way.
Right.
Don't feel that your gender is a restrictive thing, because, you know, people will come forward. Because somewhere I believe that if you are so sure about what you want in life, there will be universe who will align it for you. I would say that if you want to grow, don't follow the crowd, follow your own instinct. Second, keep a company which motivates you.
Right.
Because you are average of the 6 closest people around you. So, you know, get that 6 people who motivate you, because if you find someone average, then you will always be an average.
Yes.
So someone who can look up to you, and someone who you look up to, you know, find a combination which supports you, supports your goal, and, you know, do not drag you down.
Yes.
कि ये तेरे से नहीं होगा, you know.
That's important. So Deval, you know, there is something which I've seen commonly in Gujarat, and especially since we are talking, it's a Women's Day series. We in general are, you know, women generally are not that, they are pretty receptive in terms of sharing information, supporting each other, you know, learning from each other. My question to you is, what do you think is the most important thing that women can do to support each other in the workplace and beyond?
I feel that there is one disconnect, what I feel, between a woman and a male entrepreneur, if I can differentiate, is that man gets more opportunities to network.
Right.
You know, like they can go to club in the morning. We have a typical club culture in
Yes.
Ahmedabad, and get all the insights,
Yes.
which I, as a mother, or, you know, being a homemaker, because you have 2 roles.
Right.
You are not saying that I'm not a homemaker. I find it very restrictive to go and, you know, get the information going. But I also believe that women should also come out of that shell and join the right groups in the industry that they operate in.
Right.
If not that, then there are other women group also which are working. Like, you know, we have Flow. It's doing fabulous job, you know.
Yes.
It makes you women connected, and, you know, varied women come together, and their learning happens, as I said, from various people also. I can learn from you, even though you're in digital marketing or digital space.
Right.
I can learn a thing or two from you. Someone in the fashion, I can learn from there also.
Right.
You know, so there is learning which happens everywhere. You have to keep your eye open and should join the right group.
So thank you so much, Deval, for being a part of the Women's Day special series. You know, I've taken a lot of learning from you, especially the quote that you mentioned about the pehchan, that will stay with me forever. So thank you once again.
Thank you.